What is going on, fam? Welcome to the Sunday Dad Club podcast, episode 2. Episode 2, getting ready for week 2 NFL. It's here. It's on us. I am your host, Golden Striker, and I am joined, as always, by Just Shakezilla and Smells Good. What up, fam?
What's going on?
How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week? Are we excited for week 2 of the NFL?
Yeah.
After that Eagles win.
After that nice Eagles win, yeah. We're excited.
Are we expecting an Eagles win? Is that what's going on here?
You see the green?
Y'all, I'm surrounded by so much green. All week I'm surrounded by all this green. I'm here rocking the black and gold, and I'm surrounded by all this green.
I can't wait to see Baby Charlie in that Eagles green.
Yeah. For those that missed it on Twitter, there is a bet this week because I am going against Shakezilla in fantasy football, and if I lose, little Charlie will be rocking that black and green. But if I win, Shake's gonna have to dress his daughter in that black and gold, and that's our ultimate goal. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
I think elves would make a pretty good wide receivers. Just referring to that chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me jump into some quick thank you to Cole, Motley Brew, Mighty Mac, Fatal, Foam, and Turtle, and Judd and Cam. For all following the podcast within the last 24 hours. Appreciate you guys. Means a lot that you guys are here hanging out with us today.
We only had to bend Bearded's arm, but we'll still give him a shout out.
Look, he's here. He's supporting the podcast. That's all that matters, right?
I'm just messing with him.
I like that Shakezilla is winning this bet.
Shall we jump into some games?
Yeah.
So quick recap of Thursday night's game. We had New York and Washington in what was a crazy game. Washington did come out 1 point ahead. That was crazy. That was a weird game. Yeah, that was such a weird game. That ending was.
That was fun. That's what Thursday football needed, actually.
Yeah, it was good to see. But that's 2 Thursday games in a row that were awesome. Like week 1 was pretty good as well.
Well, that's because Justin's dad playing.
Yeah, my legend.
That's
my real god, Tom Brady.
So our first game of the week, guys, Cincinnati versus Chicago. Cincinnati barely won at the very end of the game in overtime against Minnesota last week. Chicago got destroyed by the LA Rams. What do we think? Who's going to come out on this one?
I'm pulling my sheets up so I don't look like an idiot and pick things that I've already put into the sheet.
I might change a couple picks. I'm Chicago all the way with this. I think Justin Fields is going to play a lot.
Yeah, I'm going with Chicago.
We think we're going to get a lot more Fields in this game?
I think Justin Fields is going to be after the first quarter.
I think Justin Fields is going to probably.
Well,
if
my
they're down,
sources tell me.
Start second half.
My sources tell me Justin Fields is going to take the field a little more. But
Justin Fields taking the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I did just get a notification that they expect to deploy him a little bit more today.
I mean, it's got to come. It's got to come.
Yeah, that offense looks a lot better with him on the field.
I took Cincinnati. It looks like I'm the only one. Actually,
I didn't put my picks in there, but I am also on the Cincinnati bandwagon today.
I got you.
Let me hear some of why, Golden, because I think me and you are probably going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I think Chicago's defense is a little lacking, and I think Cincinnati, if their offense hits the way that they should be, the way that they did last week against Minnesota, I don't think Chicago has any answer to it. I mean, we saw what Matt Stafford did last week against them. Just freaking lit up that secondary. And when you have the three receivers that Cincinnati has,
it's Matt Stafford and the Rams, like they're a good team.
But we do have a certified Matt Stafford hater in this
Yes.
podcast.
It's not a hater. So he
I mean,
confuses realism
no.
with hate. At the time,
We've
he
had
was
this
saying he's like
conversation dating back to last year.
top 10. We were
Easily-
having a conversation.
Easily top
No,
10.
I was
Easily top 10.
disagreeing that he was top 10 on the Detroit Lions, and now it's I'm a hater.
He was still.
Well,
still.
I think Matt Stafford's top 10. I don't know about Golden, but I think Matt Stafford's
And now,
top 10.
but
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I think Stafford, and that's the. I mean, we'll get into it when we get to the Rams, but I think Stafford's biggest issue is he was playing on a terrible Detroit team year after year after year. So it is good to see
Yeah.
him. So
Like,
we
I
have
drafted him. Are you kidding me?
He did.
we have two
Because you listened to me
people
last year.
2 people on Chicago, 2 people on Cincinnati. Is that our
Yeah.
picks for this week?
Well, Common took Cincy also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cam took Cincy also. So 2-3.
Speaking of,
attention
Jess,
to
can you
what?
drop that command in
Turtle.
chat for anybody who wants to join in on the picks?
Give me-
Bruno got
Also,
Cincy.
make sure we have me modded and Shake modded.
All 4
Yeah,
of us
we're
are
modded.
modded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we did that.
double checking.
What am I paying
Okay.
attention to, Turtle? And Dalt, go screw yourself.
So
Yeah,
while he's
I agree with Holm though too on that. The Rams definitely finessed
Oh my
the
God.
Lions.
while he's doing that, what's a fantasy player that you like in this game?
David
I'm sick-
Montgomery,
yeah.
easily, obviously. I think this is gonna be a Mooney game. Daryl Mooney.
Yeah, I like Mooney.
Yeah.
I liked
mean,
Mooney at the
Cincinnati has
beginning
no
of the year. I
quarterbacks.
drafted him in one of my leagues.
Good
What you
pick.
thinking, Just?
I hate both teams to be honest.
What's your
Just as
fantasy
like I'm
guy?
not doing it.
My fantasy guy's Allen Robinson this week since he didn't really do anything last week.
So
But
He's going down Robinson. We got Darnell, Mooney, whatever.
before we move on to the next game,
Tyler Boyd's back too.
Jamar
Tyler Boyd.
Jamar Chase, 1 game wonder, or do we think he's going to?
Nah, he's a real deal.
No, that's my guy for my fantasy guy in this game. I'm picking him to stick with his production and maybe do more.
Nice.
I think Boyd's their leading receiver this week.
They
I need
have a
Higgins.
stud
Higgins.
cast
Higgins.
of
We gotta put
wide
Higgins
receiver.
out there.
Yeah, Higgins.
I
you
like
got
Higgins,
Boyd,
yeah, I
that's
like
deep,
Higgins.
dude. It's just
who's their tight end still? Is it Croft, right?
No, Croft is in Buffalo.
I believe so.
Oh, yeah, I want to say
have-
Croft went
they
to
have a young
Buffalo.
tight end, don't they?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Oh my god.
But none of us are picking our tight
It's
end.
Common in the
It's early
chat.
for it.
Common, and he's in Buffalo, right?
Let's get back to our stat guy, Common.
Yeah.
Common's corner. We're gonna have a segment for
Common's corner. We're gonna give him his own little segment. All right,
I
let's.
think overall though, let's just pass this game because we already know everyone who you're going to start in fantasy for the Bengals and Bears.
Yeah, let's move on to our second game. Houston at Cleveland. Houston somehow
good.
managed to get a win over Jacksonville. But I guess that just means Jacksonville's that bad. And then Cleveland just barely lost to Kansas City.
Cleveland
So we
looked
have
good.
2 0-1
Cleveland looked good.
teams.
But Houston also looked good.
Nah, so I'm going
That game was-
Cleveland easily in
yeah.
this
Yeah, I'm
game.
going
Yeah, I've got
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
one
the
thing I will
sweet.
say about Houston, no disrespect to our guy Judah, but unless you're a Jets fan or like you're the Jets, like any team, any football team in the world, not just pro, when you say they're just gonna suck balls and they're gonna be the worst, they come out wanting to beat your ass. Like they got guys like Tyrod Taylor on that team, Mark Ingram, David Johnson, all people who like have played at high levels in this league, and they all had to just at least come out and not take an L, and that's what they did.
I
And
mean,
they
that's a
couldn't
good
find
that's a good
success.
point. Tyrod's always been one of those that just gets underrated no matter where he plays. Like
Yeah,
he's
the
not
crazy-
he's not a bad quarterback, or he's not a great quarterback, but he's not a bad quarterback. Like,
I
he's
think
just
the
like a nice
crazy
average
part-
one.
I can't judge.
I think the crazy part last week was I think every running back on Houston scored a touchdown.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
They did.
And they have 6 running backs or 7 running backs at the
That's
moment.
insane.
I think
that's one of his
everyone
crazy
They
stats.
scored a touchdown.
It reminds me
Yeah.
of the replacements, like
Yeah.
Reeves just
I
come
mean,
in.
I'm rooting for them to not be as bad as like maybe everyone has said they might be, because of some of the guys they have, and they can and they can come out and punch a team in the mouth because they're vets, and I mean if you're on a football team
Tyrod might have taken Herbert's job if the doctor didn't stab him in the lung
on purpose.
last week. Yeah, that was set up.
Well, what's his name?
Well,
Brandon
Tyrod
Cooks
Tyrod
got
was the
last week,
starter.
too.
He was the starter there
He
before
was
he
the
got
starter,
hurt.
yeah. The doctor punctured his lung on purpose to
That's
start
what I'm
Herbert.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the rest is
Alright.
history, as they say.
And the rest is history because
Alright, we're
Herbert's a
gonna move on
stud.
to the next game, but chat, let us know by game for sure if you anything you have to say about the game.
Brandon
Yeah,
Cooks
drop
definitely
your
flex
drop
option.
your score predictions in the chat, guys.
Oh, this guy with his face jab.
Judd's going 41.
Dang, we have
Houston,
someone that we
Cleveland,
have someone
38.
picking Houston.
If
Okay.
that's your call, Judd, you might as well take the over.
Yeah, just take the
Yeah,
over as
yeah,
well,
he-
right?
Easily.
Take Houston on the over, Judd.
Oh, did you say the spread?
Go all in.
Go-
No, so the spread on this game is 13.5 for Cleveland.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Uh.
mean, I think Cleveland's a very good team. It's almost disrespectful to think that they'll lose
Yeah,
this game.
Vegas,
Much
Vegas
less
thinks
than-
Cleveland's just going to absolutely clobber them.
Yeah, I think Cleveland's gonna be.
Cleveland's going to be. I think
So-
Nick Chubb runs for over almost 150 yards rushing today.
Cleveland
They-
could just
They
ever
both
get
might
a
have 100
QB.
yards.
So give me a sleeper in this game.
Brandon Cooks.
I would
Yeah,
say-
I think
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks
I wanna
went
say-
crazy last week.
He had a great
So
game
good.
last weekend.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
kind of the only receiver on that team.
And
But
granted, he's one hit away from retirement, but
true.
Well, that was his lure in the drafting for fantasy was that he's the only guy there. And like we just said about Tyrod Taylor, like he's a vet. He performs well wherever he went. So yeah, I think he convinced me last week that he could, unless he gets killed again, he can easily give you a flex spot.
He's a good quarterback.
yeah, I
Right.
think he's a good flex.
That's what I'm going with. Same as Justin. I mean, I think everybody on
Who Cooks?
Cleveland.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Cooks,
think
yeah.
everyone on
Okay, nice.
Cleveland's a gimme.
I would flex him, especially and some leagues are 3 wide receiver leagues. So
Especially a
fire him up.
12-man league.
yeah, I would definitely fire him up.
I think that's me and Shake are in a 12-man Yahoo league with 3 wide receivers.
Yeah. I mean,
And Just you mentioned the running backs for Houston. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
I don't
know
think you
which one to
touch any
start,
of them.
To be honest,
Yeah, you can't. I don't
you
think
can start. I guess. Well, the only secure option would probably be Ingram because he's their
Yeah.
number 1 starter
It's in the
playing
game.
by the coaches. But
yeah,
I
I
don't-
mean, I think also that you just stay away from. Those
yeah,
running
stay away
backs.
from that. That's a
Hard
messy
Yeah.
backfield.
Yep. Unless
Maybe-
you have to, I would not touch those.
Yeah, I was
Let's
gonna say again, 12-man league, but who knows?
let's jump into our next game. The Los Angeles Rams at the Indianapolis Colts. The spread right now is -3.5 for the Rams.
they're covering.
You know, I'm picking
Yeah, I
and it-
think the Rams are winning that game. I
the
think
Rams.
Yep.
it's gonna be
Easily.
close.
The
Yep.
Rams.
I don't even think it's
Are-
going to be close. I think the Rams are
The-
going to kill them.
The Rams are potentially a Super Bowl team.
No, I like the Colts defense. No,
Yep.
the Rams are definitely potentially a Super Bowl team. I like the Colts
Stafford's gonna be
defense
up there
enough
for MVP
to
candidate, to be honest with
make
you.
it a good game.
That division is going to be insane to see play out, though.
It's a shame because if the Colts had a real quarterback, they'd probably have like a good chance in this game.
Okay, Shake has left the chat.
Wait, so who are we taking? Because I'm taking the Rams.
I think all of us took the Rams.
Okay.
I think it's a Rams
Okay.
sweep.
It's
Yeah,
the
I-
Howard of an offense.
I
Aaron
think
Donald is going to eat Ginger Jesus wins for lunch today.
Don't talk about Golden like that.
yeah, I said don't talk about me like that. Hey now.
You get some
Shake
Wentz,
is foam. Shake's the only Wentz wagoner anymore.
you get some Wentz action here, and the chat starts going crazy. It starts going crazy. If I post that on Twitter right now, dude, we'll probably get death threats to the Sunday Dad Club. That Wentz is the guy. Wentz is the
People
guy.
people are automatically
Speaking
going
of
to just
Wentz,
write
real
us
quick.
off thinking, "Oh man, these guys don't know what they're talking about."
Well, we fucking have
Thank
Wentz
you,
up
Foam.
here.
Thank you, Foam. Thank you for that. Now, I will say this: NFL doing the in-season hard knocks is literally going to destroy Carson Wentz's brain.
Well,
I
his
was thinking
brain's
about
already
that.
destroyed.
Let's take an extra minute on that, actually.
Yeah.
The fact that the NFL is going to take a mid-season hard knocks, and it lands, or however they choose this, on Carson Wentz and the Colts.
You're in
Or
week
someone's
one,
a genius.
Giggy. You're in week 1, Giggy.
Or someone's a genius and said, yo, let's get these
Facts,
cameras
Dub.
on Carson Wentz and see the drama that ensues in the Colts.
I would, if I was the Colts, I would have declined that. I would have said no.
Yeah, I would have been like, nah, that's not happening.
Yeah, like he's a.
To be
he's a-
honest, I
he's a
think the
certified
in-season,
head case.
the in-season hard knocks probably should have been the Eagles.
I
with a
wouldn't
bunch
wanna
of
hear either.
with a bunch of rookies.
I don't think any team would want it. I think there's a good counter argument that why the Colts might want it is
To-
the
to-
fact
To
show
be
that
honest,
I'm still a guy.
they should have just followed Brady
Yeah.
for what, number 8?
That would have been the best debut for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I think
I-
isn't there some kind of rule where if you're a playoff team, you're automatically excluded from it?
no,
Isn't
no,
that one of those
which
little?
that's preseason hard.
Well, I
knocks.
know it's preseason, but I'm sure they did the same thing for.
No, because Colts made the playoffs last year.
Oh, they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did make the
I forgot
playoffs. The
about that.
Colts, their defense is nutty.
Yeah,
That's what gets them to the playoffs every year.
Until
Well, and
Matt
that's why I
Stafford.
think that this is a bit of a better game today than like a blowout. As long as
Yeah.
Carson Wentz can be pedestrian, like they should at least give him a better game than just getting ran off the field.
yeah.
Okay,
But they
so
could also get ran off the field.
But we all still have the Rams in this one, right?
Yeah, clearly.
yes, and you're starting everyone on the Rams basically. Higbee,
Absolutely.
Stafford, every wide receiver the Rams have at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about
I would start Henderson too, to be honest with
what's
you.
his
Sorry,
name?
Henderson.
Vance Jefferson, the guy that
Mm.
went crazy last week. Are we considering him in a flex?
Pascal is the sleeper for the Colts. Pascal.
Oh no, I was talking
today's-
about the Rams, the one that caught the
Today's-
long touchdown pass.
Yeah, we're talking about the Rams.
I mean,
No, I'm saying my fantasy sleeper pick, if we had to pick one
It's
in this game,
Pascal.
is Pascal. Because the rest
Yeah,
And
because
he's-
Pittman's out. Well, Pittman's out, right?
he's
No,
playing,
they're-
but he's
they're
banged
all
up.
playing.
Okay, yeah.
But What's still shadow him.
Yeah,
Um,
Ramsey.
dude,
Ramsey's dirty.
that's
Ramsey's so
speaking of
good.
that, dude, week
I'm going
one,
Mo Alley.
he was killing people week 1.
Well,
Ramsey,
I love that the Rams put him in a linebacker position for some of their defensive schemes.
he is so
yeah.
nasty, but enough of this game.
Yeah, we got the Rams. They're the Rams will probably win by 17 or
He's probably
21
going to
today.
pick Wentz off like 4
Golden,
times.
did you
Let's-
have a pick for fantasy at all before the game?
For this one, not really. This one, I feel like you're pretty like Just said, you're starting everybody in the Rams. I'm not a fan of the Colts.
Yeah, me either.
So I
I'm just going
honestly
Mo
wouldn't
Alley
take any of
Cox.
them.
Yeah, I might do.
birthday.
I actually might do Hines over Jonathan Taylor because
I
I feel
like
like the
Hines.
Colts are going to be down a
They're
lot.
going to be down, yeah.
So
Yeah,
Hines is,
Hines-
the PPR guy.
Talking about like real football for a second though, that contract that they just gave Hines is insane.
I know.
Yeah, that's a shot to Jonathan Taylor.
That's insane. Let's jump into our next one. Buffalo at Miami. The spread right now -3.5. Buffalo losing right at the end to Pittsburgh. Miami with the win over the Patriots. What do we think, guys?
I'm on the Buffalo. I think
Yeah.
Buffalo's gonna bounce
Buffalo
back.
We think Buffalo gets a nice
I
bounce
think
back?
everyone took Buffalo, but I don't know. Like Buffalo
Giggy did.
didn't,
I'm
look that great
going-
last weekend.
I'm going Miami in this one.
Ooh.
I'm a lone wolf Miami on this one.
Oh man,
I've-
Giggy's
Lone-
got Miami.
Lone Wolf.
Yes.
For the host. Lone Wolf for the host.
Let's
so
go,
you can give
Giggy.
a hell. You can give a hell.
Ow, baby. Yeah, I
love you,
think
Golden,
I
but
think
there's
I
no
think
way.
Yeah,
I think
It was
Miami. I think Miami's defense is the real deal.
This
Oh,
game's
well-
in Miami, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in Miami. I think Miami's offense is better than people are gonna give them credit for.
No, I'll
But-
give that to you. I just think that the Buffalo Bills have to bounce back, and they're going to come out mad, and they're going to come out ready.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
you would
Josh
hope
Allen-
so. They're the ones that a lot of people picked for the Super Bowl this
Yeah.
year.
I think the Bills secondary is going to pick two off at least 2 times.
Ooh,
I'm with that. I'm with that.
I
I'll
The
like
take
that.
Bills
one.
secondary is really good.
I'll take a point just from a guy who's actually been put through a table. What do you have to say?
Who's that guy?
We should play the clip on here.
Can you? Can we'd have to send it to
Nowhere
Golden.
near-
Yeah,
This
if
way,
you
we'll
said
get it.
you'd have to send it to me, but I could do it.
Next weekend, shake out their table.
No, listen, chat. If you stick around, we'll
We
get
can
it
find
on
it.
the
We
screen
can
by
find-
the end.
yeah.
By the end of the podcast, we'll get it.
All
up
right,
there.
so who are you starting in fantasy? Let's get to that.
Allen Diggs. Probably that's it for the offensive Buffalo. The
Yeah.
obvious.
Nah, I think if
Sing-
you need a
I
flex,
think
if
I
you're
think
in
maybe
close
I think Singletary had a
Singletary
decent
is-
game last
yes,
last
yes.
week.
But Moss
Yeah.
was inactive.
Yeah, he was.
I
in
know.
there.
Moss was inactive.
I think
Um,
Moss is only relevant under 20.
I
Between
wouldn't-
20s, you got
I
Singletary.
wouldn't touch Moss with a 6-foot pole.
Yeah, both. I don't like either running backs for the Bills, to be honest.
Singletary looked good.
I think that he's just on a high-powered offense, and he should be good between the 20s. I think as a sleeper pick in a 12-man league, maybe I don't think anybody's lost a receiver yet, but I think Cole Beasley can be a player here too, because I think he had 13 targets last week still, and they're banged up.
You talking about Steve the Pirate?
What about
Pirate baby.
So what we're gonna do? What about the Dolphins though? You starting Parker, Gaskins, Waddle?
Yeah.
I still like Gaskins. To be honest
I think
with
it's only Gaskins, and you drafted him high enough to have to start him at this point.
I think Gesicki laid an egg last week, but I think you still throw a flyer on him.
I like that.
Because if you drafted Gesicki, you drafted him to be your
I don't
starter.
like Gesicki.
thought he'd have a better
I don't
season.
either. That's why I got rid of him in my league. But
Gesicki
I mean,
to me is the new Evan Ingram.
yeah,
Yeah,
I could
He's
see
a
it.
lot light.
You mean your keeper?
I had to keep him. I couldn't keep him up because I picked him up week 2.
I think we talked about this the other night, me and the Philly guys too, that like
Wow, just
there's
excluding
only
me.
like
See how it is.
1, 2, 3 good tight ends right now in fantasy.
Yeah.
Everything from there,
Absolutely.
it's just a cliff, and you're trying to find your tight end now. Like we got guys like Pat Freiermuth, or however you say his name. You got guys like Gesicki. You got guys that people think are going to perform in the long run. But right now, we're just all scrambling for a tight end.
I do think Gesicki's going to have a good year now. Will Fuller's out.
Fuller's
Yeah,
out
Will
this game.
Fuller's dead.
Personal
He's
problems.
dead. Golden, you're very harsh today. Will Fuller's dead.
He
Yeah,
is,
like-
man.
You
I
told
mean,
Shake
Will
to die
Fuller's
earlier.
like-
I was going to say, I wasn't even going to bring up what he told me.
Look,
You told Shake to die earlier.
He
Will
didn't just
Fuller's
tell me to
dead.
die, dude. He said it
look,
like
I'm on
a
a, I'm on another level today,
He
guys.
said he hopes I die in a fiery car crash.
Oh,
No,
first of all,
no.
Justin-
Look, chat. You guys know me. I would never say that.
He broke that shit down. Like, he
Justin set him off.
envisioned that.
Justin started going and he's like, "Oh, this is coming from the guy who's a fan of a team with targeted players." And
It's
Golden's like,
Yeah.
"I'm not having any of that."
Yeah,
now."
all I said is I don't
Jake,
like the
was
target
that
and roll in
response not valid?
college, and this
It's
man
true, I
came at my throat,
It
guys.
was
Came
true.
at my
It was
throat.
true.
It's true. You still came out his throat though.
I mean, your coach literally paid his players to hurt people.
Yeah, you're talking about targeting in college, but your coach legit put bounties on players' backs.
All right, before we move on to the next
player,
game,
yeah.
Oogie and Bruntang, thank you for the follow, guys. Our next game, New England at the New York Jets. We have where is it? There it is.
Hopkins
New
is
England
definitely up
-6 is the
Two
line.
rookies. What is it? -6?
-6. New England -6.
Oh my God, Jets all day.
Really?
Outright.
I'm going with New England, dude. Mac Jones
Yeah,
didn't look bad.
I got the Pats in this one.
Mac Jones did not
Don't
look
lose.
bad.
The Bill
Uh-oh.
Belichick doesn't lose.
Yeah,
we have
back to
a
back
Night
games.
Wolf?
He's not gonna lose. No, not
No,
back to back.
there's
He's
no
not
way-
Gonna
there's-
lose to the Jets.
The
Alright, look, you
the
see my
Jets
face?
the Jets looked pedestrian, to say the
Let me
best.
give you guys.
last
Let me
week.
give you guys something real quick. Ow!
Hey, look, you can
You
have
pick-
that one.
Why do you pick the Jets? Why do you pick Washington every fucking week? You can go against
Bro,
them.
bro, the Jets are going to win this game easily.
No, they're not.
Easily. Put your
Look,
money on the Jets.
I
They-
will-
No, don't
I
get
will-
me wrong. I love Corey Davis this week. No Stephon Gilmore.
Corey Davis, Elijah Moore.
Davis, I like
Oh
Davis
my
too.
God, dude.
Davis is
They're literally going to go crazy. Mac
Yeah.
Jones stinks. Belichick's done. Brady got all the rings. Fuck New
Clip
England.
all this, please.
Let's
hold
go.
on, hold on, guys. Let me mute him real quick. All those hot takes. We got some hot takes out right now. I love to see it,
Oh God, thanks.
Someone
Someone.
clip
even
that.
though you're wrong.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
All right, so where are we
Um,
at? No, just kidding. So where are we?
So
I think Mac Jones had a good week though.
Oh wait. Let me say something real quick. Miami beat them last week. New England.
yes,
In New England. And
yes.
not to pull it back to next week, but we had a for that game last week. Screw you, Belichick.
Yo,
Excuse me,
Foam
sir.
said it- Foam said
We're
it
on-
right, Jake, for you.
I know. I
We're
seen
on
that.
week 2. We're not talking about week 1.
I'm just
We're on week
saying, you
2.
guys were on the Belichick bandwagon last week, and you
Yeah.
guys lost it.
You right. You're right.
It's a different scenario with the Jets, though. It's a different scenario. He's
No,
not
Yeah.
losing to the
Here,
Jets.
here goes my hot take. Here goes my hot take. Bench Mahomes for Zach Wilson. There we go, baby. There we
Yeah.
go.
All right.
I'm out. I'm leaving.
Um,
Turn this camera
Yeah,
off. Can we ban
we're-
him?
Actually,
we're just gonna do
mute
that real
feature.
quick. All right, guys. So it's a 3-man
bye, Mike.
podcast.
Put that too.
We want the 3-man now.
We'll
Let's get about Mahomes.
we'll redo how this looks next week.
Have it right now.
We'll make it a Triforce next week.
All right, so let's
Leave.
let's jump into the game that I think
4
you
followers.
guys. What?
Oh, wait,
I was just fucking around. I said we just lost 4 followers now.
what's that spread on this game?
Minus
wait,
6 for the
who's starting
Pats.
up? Are you guys starting any Pats?
Maybe
Damien
Damon Harris
Yeah, Damian Harris.
and Jacoby Myers.
Didn't
Mac
Harris
Jones if you have
Harris
to.
Harris had a big fumble in that loss last week.
Yeah, but so did his backup.
Stevenson. So it's Stevenson.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
he's the rookie, so
I'm
Stevenson's
not-
gonna pay.
I'm not starting any for either team. Maybe Corey Davis.
No, you're starting Corey Davis.
Yeah, I like Corey
There's
Davis.
there's no Stephon Gilmore. He's out too. So
Yep.
True.
So,
Reign.
again, that's I don't know. Some
Don't
teams
start.
probably have
Don't
better.
start Zach Wilson,
options.
chat. That was a joke.
Yeah, please don't
That
do
was a
that.
joke.
you want to start? What about the running backs? Maybe Michael Carter or what's the name?
No, I wouldn't touch their
There's
running
nothing
game
there.
either because they're
Yeah.
in a huge committee.
Honestly,
They're a
Corey
massive
Davis is
committee.
only getting started in a 12-man league, most likely.
Yeah.
If you
That's
No
okay.
chill boom. Thank you for the
Yo!
raid and the follow.
Appreciate your raid.
Welcome,
man.
welcome in.
Thank you so much, bro.
So this
Maybe-
game's a wash.
maybe
Guys
not
are
a
gonna
bro.
win.
So let's jump into the game that most of you are excited about. San Francisco at the Philadelphia Eagles.
What
The spread right now is -3 for the Niners.
Oh wait, I got something for you guys. Hold on.
I got hurt season. Just saying.
Definitely have to hit you up on
Oh
Twitter, too,
baby, the mask is out. The mask is out.
Underdogs, baby.
Oh my God, that man has been through hell.
He's
That
probably
man's seen some shit.
that dude's probably licked ass out of that mask.
Yeah. No bullshit. He probably
That
looked
man's
at-
seen some shit, baby.
Uh,
They're gonna give us -3 in our home opener. Oh my God, Vegas.
Go
is
on,
tripping.
go off on him. Go
So
off on 'em.
Oh
I-
my God, Eagles
I-
by 14 easily.
I went
Easily.
with you guys last week. I got San Fran in this one.
All right, well, go ahead.
Respect that.
Oh my God.
Use that chest and
Can we
let
get Golden out of here too?
Use that chest. and
No,
down-
because
down
I
to the
can
moon,
I
baby.
control the stream. So
I'm
Down to the moon. Let's go.
oh baby, lone wolfing. This is
I think
one
so.
this is one I love.
So let's
Love,
go
love,
for
love.
starters. Who you starting for 49ers?
Keep it on. I don't know if I
Trey
can keep it on
Lance.
with the headset.
You
You're
think
starting
that-
Trey Lance.
No.
Trey Lance? No.
No.
You're starting Debo because I think IU's
Yeah.
still like 80%. They
What-
said, or
See if I can
something.
What do
keep it
we? So what do we think about Mitchell? Eli Mitchell, the running
I
back.
guess if you're
You're probably firing him up if you picked him up on the waiver.
yeah,
list.
if you
guys
pick them up
think
on a
he-
waiver, and the running back, like I don't know.
I will.
Yeah, I
I will
mean-
say if you're going to start him, this will be the only week you can do it because he'll be hurt by the third quarter, as all
Yes.
San Francisco running backs
San
are.
Fran literally, their running backs get hurt every other.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, man. They go off. They do so well, but they always get injured so quickly. It's so unfortunate.
Yeah, like you're gonna start your, obviously Kittle, Debo.
I really think this Mitchell hype is gonna fall off.
It
completely.
might.
I don't think Eagles winning by 17.
That's why
Oh,
I
dang.
I got at least 2 touchdowns. Yeah.
I love it. I love to see it.
I don't know if we're gonna win by 2 touchdowns. I think we can, but I hope that we win. I think we're gonna win. I'm taking us. I think we squeak by in a nice tight game with San Fran.
No
I agree.
starting
I think it's going to be a
cornerbacks.
close game.
Our receivers are too fast.
I did
The
want to
best
throw a
thing they
hot
have is
take
Fred
out
Warner.
here. Not really
Yeah,
a
throw it
hot
out.
take, a hot question.
What you got?
More so for the just to point out, I think No Chill Boom is also a Birds fan. Just to point that out. But what do you think about maybe your team, but maybe the Eagles? I think should go after Sherman.
He packed the Zach.
Richard Sherman, baby. Bring him
Three
in.
Eagles fans.
Yeah, I saw a
Nah,
report
no.
today that a lot of people are
No.
trying to bring him in.
I say we keep what we have right now.
I like what we have for sure. I
He's-
like
he's-
what we have.
He's a shell of himself. I mean,
Yeah.
we're actually going to expose somebody that used to be good today, and that's going to be Josh Norman.
Yes,
Um,
he's starting today.
Ooh.
So they
I
lost-
like that. I like that.
They
Josh
lost.
Norman.
They lost both their starting cornerbacks, and Verrett. I feel so bad for him. He just tears his ACL every fucking year. Good player though. But,
The only one the Eagles got to watch out for on the Niners on their defense
is
is
Fred Warner.
the small bear, baby bear, the Bosa brother.
Ah, screw him.
He's still good.
Yeah, but I'm not.
He is good. He's
Hurts
dirty.
can get away from him. I'm
Oh
more
yeah, I
worried about
know.
Fred Warner.
I know. I'm not worried about that. You know,
I
Hurts
think our
is-
I think our fast receivers are just going to literally.
I was like,
Go
he
insane.
put in the chat.
What do
too.
we-
I think Rager looks nice today. He's.
What
Gonna
do we
have
think
himself
about
a game.
Devontae Smith?
Start him.
What do we think about him? I'm not even gonna get started. It's gonna.
yeah. I'm starting.
Is that going to be the whole
I'm
I'm
podcast?
starting Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably your flex, probably. but-
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
also,
Yeah, he's
could
probably
probably
your
start-
flex at this point.
Is Bosa? I don't know if Bosa's going to line up with Johnson or Mailata, but I think Mailata can do it, dude. That
Yeah.
dude's
He'll move
fucking-
him.
Mailata is an animal.
He's a huge human, man.
Hey,
I seen a clip on Twitter where last week he literally just like went like this and dude.
Like, see him
Yeah.
pancake the two dudes.
Yeah, like
I want to see him on the goal line in a fullback draw, baby. I want to
Oh my
see him
God.
get a carry, dude.
Yeah, I
mean,
want to see him.
Like
he was a rugby player, right?
Yeah.
oh shoot,
Have
the
you seen
guy
the
Vita Vea for Tampa
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
when they throw him in the backfield.
Well, he's an athlete too, though.
Yeah.
Vita Vea.
Vita Vea is the reason I'm benching.
But
him.
yeah, so you're starting. Who you starting on the Eagles? If you drafted Miles Sanders, I guess you're starting him.
You're gonna start.
Yeah,
Sanders.
He had a-
Sanders did good
He had
last
a good
week.
game. He had a good game
Yeah.
last week.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's playing
phenomenal
he's
game.
playing the Falcons, who are
They have a good
God
fantasy
awful,
game.
but-
He had a great game as a running back, dude, but not
You
great
starting-
fantasy output.
Are you starting Hurts this week?
Yes.
I'd
Probably
grab
have him in
Hurts.
your
I think
starter.
Hurts could do it.
I love
I
Hurts.
know,
So
yeah.
A lot of people that took Hurts have him as their number one QB on
Yep.
their team. They took
Yeah.
I
him as
think-
a bargain play.
I think Hurts goes for the same stats from last week he does today, but he might throw for 300 today.
Well, he threw for what? 350 last?
No,
50?
264 and rush for 70.
No, he had 300 passing yards. Didn't
Yeah, 264 shake.
he? Did
I
he?
like what
Yeah.
No Chill Boom said. Like, this is actually Malata's like first real test too. Like, we gotta
Yeah.
see how he performs in this, and this is where he earns his money. Is he earns that contract
mean,
today? They're
Bosa
gonna
is,
throw so much at
Bosa
him.
is
Yeah.
playing banged up.
I think it's
Yeah.
going to be a
Um,
good game.
He's still Boza.
So yeah, you're starting Hurts, Sanders. I think Smith. Don't touch the tight ends either.
Ooh,
Hurts
how
or
about that?
Goddard.
That's not.
No,
good for him.
you still you might fire up Goddard. He's probably your starter too in most formats, especially 12-man leagues.
Yeah, you're gonna start Goddard, but Fred Warner's gonna be all over his case. But you probably started him. You probably
Yeah,
drafted him to
You
start him.
probably exactly. That's all I'm saying. You probably drafted him
I'm
as
with-
your
I'm with
starter.
that.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I would.
On the
I would flex
Niners,
Smith.
I really have nobody. I mean, you're considering Debo again because you drafted him super high and he went monstrous. So obviously,
What did,
Debo has to be there.
What did Dalt say? Debating on flexing Smith, James Robinson, or Cooks. Well, we talked about Cooks earlier.
I
like
would do
Cooks this week.
Cooks or
PPR?
Smith. I wouldn't touch
Is it-
James
if
Robinson
it's
right now.
PPR, yeah, I would do Cooks or Smith.
I'm a huge Goddard fan besides him getting knocked out, but like, cause
Yo, he did get knocked the fuck
Yo,
out.
he got fucking. He got destroyed.
We'll-
But the
we'll
dude
save-
did.
we'll-
The
we'll
dude
save that
ran
for
like a
our,
40-yard dash to hit him.
We'll save that for our Ready to Rumble podcast coming soon. No, I'm just kidding.
All right,
Golden,
let's
take
jump
this
in.
away, buddy.
Let's
Yeah.
jump into our next game. Las Vegas Raiders coming off a crazy Monday Night Football win, and the Pittsburgh Steelers with an upset win of the Bills.
That was a hell of
We
a
have
Monday
a
Night
-6 line for Pittsburgh in this game. No Josh Jacobs as well, by the way, guys.
Nope.
No Josh Jacobs in this
Yeah.
game.
I think Pitt. I think
think
Pitt's
that's
gonna. Pitt
great,
didn't look
too.
good in their win.
Well, they had a bad game, but Najee
Yeah.
Harris legit did nothing for
I
Pitt.
Yeah.
know, and this is my game for him this week. Oh God.
I just want to say about last game, I didn't
Look at
even
little
take
Just.
Kittle
Look at
just
Little
because
Just.
There he goes.
it's a gimme. But
What's
for
your
this,
dance?
I'm all Pitt here.
I'm all Pitt. I'm all Harris. I'm all Claypool.
I got
Um,
Vegas. I'm going Vegas.
I just hate Derek Carr. Like I can't stand
Yeah,
Like, I don't know.
You loan wolf in
Can't
that
stand
one.
Well, I think. Am I really again?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just.
lone wolf,
I'm lone
For the
wolf in like
host.
all these games.
For the host.
I love it.
Our two others took them.
Pitt's really good. Pitt's defense is crazy too.
Yeah, I just don't see. Is this game's in Pittsburgh?
The game's in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I dropped
Yeah.
Kenyon Drake in the league too. That's pretty-
I'll tell you.
Well, so
Actually,
I don't know if you
have the
guys
injury
saw
report?
that, but Peyton Barber is going to be the
They're the
starter.
Yep.
Like they're
Really?
not. They didn't
Yep.
even go to. They're not even going to Kenyon Drake as their starter. They're going to use him as a change of back, like they did with Josh Jacobs. But they're using
Yep.
Peyton Barber as the starter.
Snap. Nah, Drake's gonna get more snaps still.
I think Drake's
I mean,
gonna
he
play
should.
more,
Yeah,
also.
he's the better of the two.
I want to see something.
It will literally be upwards of 75% of snaps.
I hate Derek Carr with a passion, so
I just hate his face. I mean, he's
It's
not
his
that
face.
good of a QB. I just hate his face.
He always looks like a
It's like
pirate.
it's
Like,
a punchable
with-
face.
He always looks like a pirate
really
with the stuff around his eyes.
Is I can't find an injury report.
Crowder and Mims announced out Corey Davis to the moon. I like that one.
Mhm.
Is Ebron playing in this game?
Should be.
Ebron was. Let me see. He's not on the. He's not on the injury report.
Yeah.
Okay.
He dropped
I
a
know earlier
touchdown
in the
pass
week.
last week.
He did. He dropped. Yeah, he did drop that
He's just
touchdown.
making it- he's making
That's
it
a great
easy for Byron.
segue. That's my guy this week.
That's my.
That's-
I love him.
He's going off. He's getting his touchdown this week. Patty touchdowns, getting his touchdown this week.
I love him.
Uh,
Love him.
and
He's
I like
probably
Harrison
someone you can
Back
find on
and
waiver
forth.
right now too. Honestly, I don't know if
What's
a lot
that
of people
other
actually
dude's name
have
for?
him.
What's their other tight end? Like
Fairmouth.
Fairmouth?
Fairmouth.
Fairmouth?
That's what we're
That's
talking
what I'm
about.
saying. Patty Fairmouth. He's going
Yeah.
to grab his first touchdown today for the Steelers, and they're going to start thinking about getting him out there every week, little by little.
Yeah, I think he's the better of the two tight ends, anyways.
I think
Well,
he's good.
he catches his first touchdown, they're gonna be like, he used to play basketball in college. 'Cause, every tight end fucking plays
Every tight end has played basketball.
Every
in
tight end plays
college.
basketball.
I'd be a
Me and
beast
Smalls were talking
fan.
about that last week. Every tight end
I
plays
love it.
basketball. I actually like Deontay Johnson this week. No one spoke about him.
Yeah, Johnson. One thing I will say about the tight end situation is Vegas did shut down Andrews. But Ben's a better quarterback than Lamar.
Yes.
Well, we gotta
True.
hear from our guy over here, Shake. You can. What's Harris doing? Is he bouncing back? We
I
see
think
no
he's-
Bill
I
Boone
think-
thinks he's coming back hard.
I think he's bouncing back crazy. The only thing
So-
that worries me is Pittsburgh O line is.
I was going to say in the
Yeah,
BCG
TJ Watt's
community-
30.
In the BCG community, I have had some interest showed to me for Harris. So some people trying to trade for him. They might look like Carson Wentz. They might not. They're trying
Yeah,
to
I
get
wonder-
him off of me.
I wonder who that is. I wonder
I
who
know
tried
it
to do
was.
that. Not me. I would never.
It's
Oh.
probably Golden.
It was
Miss
me.
my mouth.
I did it.
Golden, literally, we didn't even start the league, and Golden's like, can I get Gaskins off you? I'm like, bro, we literally just traded like an hour ago.
Your Wi-Fi, Mac.
It definitely. That's a little
getting
bit of an exaggeration. It was like an hour and 30 minutes, but.
Yeah. You think Ben's shoulder's going to fall off? Yeah. But
All right.
unlike
let's-
Drew Brees, Ben can throw that far.
So we got. Are you starting any Raiders?
All right.
No,
Let's
probably
get
not.
rid of
Waller,
just.
obviously.
Waller. The obvious, yeah.
Bye-bye, guys.
Yeah, Waller's fine.
happened?
Obviously,
What happened to
he's
us?
a gimme. And then I
He
don't
was
know.
on timeout.
In a 12-man league, you might be in a position where you might have to consider a Ruggsy or something on that end, but they're gonna be hurting.
Waller's dirty.
What about,
Yeah, Waller.
what about a sneaky play for Hunter Renfro?
Yeah,
slot.
I like that. He
like
he
that.
had a
Especially like
ton of targets last week.
Especially like,
I'll
like
be right
there's
back.
like 3rd and 4. Let me just throw a quick slant.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Renfro. He should develop a chemistry kind of like a. I mean, I hate to categorize him, but kind of like a Cole Beasley has with most teams he goes to. And
Those receivers are trying to take after Edelman. Edelman's longevity and what he was good at on the field. Edelman wasn't the fastest, the strongest guy, but he was always in position to catch the ball.
You have
granted,
you have good
he has
you have
Tom
good
Brady film,
hands
though.
and you get open and I
you
mean
might be. Well, before Edelman, I mean, there's a guy before Edelman on that very team. That
Amendola.
was Wes Welker.
Oh, Wes Welker. Yeah.
Wes
yeah.
Welker was OG, but Edelman, I think Edelman was
Wes
way
Welker
better
was-
than Wes Welker.
Dirty.
But Wes
Way better.
Welker also dealt with
No.
concussion issues.
Yeah.
No, Wes Welker was a different level.
No, Wes Welker was the
I'm not
man.
I'm not trying to disrespect Edelman, but he was not Wes Welker. I mean, he was very good.
Yeah, so
But-
Waller and Drake were going with.
All right, boys.
Yeah, Drake can have like Oogie said, he can have a monster game here, especially
could have-
when-
Yeah. Drake is one of those that you might flex, but I wouldn't start him as
I wouldn't start.
an RB1
This is
or
a
2.
game because Drake couldn't beat out Chase Edmonds. Just saying. This is a game where the Raiders are gonna be like, "What? This is the reason we signed Drake, or this is the reason why Josh Jacobs is our starter."
No, not so much that. I think they're gonna.
Your Eagles shirt?
He's gonna have a good fantasy output because they're gonna be getting crushed. There's no way they keep up with the Patriots offense.
Steelers.
Or excuse me, Pittsburgh offense.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit! Where are you in week 7?
Look,
Move
they
us on,
both
Golden.
have P's in
Move us on,
there.
Golden.
They're close.
Yeah, I was going with the pit part.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the best game of the week, featuring the New Orleans Saints versus the lowly Carolina Panthers.
I like
it is
this.
a -3 line for New Orleans currently.
What we got over here? We got 3 picking Carolina. It looks like
I got Carolina on
we
this.
have
yeah.
3
See,
picking
no-
New Orleans.
No,
You're gonna
no,
be the
no
deciding
respect,
factor.
no respect for the Saints, but I'll take it because y'all all picked the Packers last week, and I picked the Saints, and I won it. Y'all can all pick Carolina this week. I'm gonna pick the Saints, and I'm gonna win it. Lone
I
Wolf,
picked
baby.
the
Ow!
This is because this isn't disrespect to New Orleans on my end. This is respect to Carolina, dude. Carolina, like I said last week, has one of the best wide receiver cores in the league.
Carolina played
And-
the Jets. Let's be real.
It's
Let's
all
be
right.
real. They played
I'm about the
they
Jets
played
like
a
that.
crappy Jets team.
No, but Carolina has a sneaky wide receiver.
I'm
core.
They
only
do. They
talking
do have
about Carolina.
they have a good receiver core. I'm still not
No.
sold on Sam Darnold though.
Well, that's what I was gonna get to. Is then we need to see Sam Darnold come out perform. If he comes out and performs with that wide receiver cast he has around him, I mean, I think
No, Carolina.
New Orleans game was a fluke.
New Orleans defense is really good.
Yeah, I will say
Carolina.
the one thing about this game that
Lattimore's
really
out.
hurts for New Orleans is a lot of our players are hurt.
Yeah. Is Davenport playing?
No, Davenport's out for a couple weeks. Lattimore may or may not
Lattimore's-
play.
I don't think he's gonna
Quan
play.
Alexander, our big linebacker, is on injured reserve. So
Yeah.
I mean,
so-
our defense is beaten up. We do have Nickel Roby starting this week that we just
good
got
luck.
from Houston. So we'll see how it goes.
20
that
more
Saints game
snaps.
was Saints game was definitely a fluke.
Yeah, I
that
mean
was a
it
big
should
fluke.
have it should have never been a blowout like that. But I think
Aaron Rodgers.
still think
had
the Saints
the
would have
worst
won
of
that
his
game.
career last week.
Pittman's active. Let's go.
That's
All right,
good.
yeah.
That's good
I
for
just think
touchdown.
that you only have about 20 more snaps before Winston stinks again.
Yeah. Get your stats
Look,
out of him.
he only needed 20 throws to win that game. So if we can keep him at 20 throws consistently, then
That
I'm
was
good
kinda
with that.
fluky too.
Pittman's my keeper for next year. Boom.
Oh yeah,
Hopefully.
it was absolutely
Hoping.
five touchdowns on 20 passes never happens, and will probably never happen again.
I understand why he's your keeper for next year because he has a great quarterback.
Well,
Why?
I hope the
All right,
Vikings
so you're
get back
starting.
to the keeper.
So who are you starting? Kamara, obviously. You're starting McCafferty, Robbie Anderson.
I'd probably
Well-
I'd start. I think this might be a Terrence Marshall game.
I love Terrence Marshall.
I think
like,
Terrence Marshall
You're
has.
starting all the wide receivers if you have them for Carolina, I think.
See,
DJ
but
Moore
I don't
is
know if you would because
Dexter
you have Lattimore and I'm
not
optimistically high on Roby. Lattimore's playing. Well, he's
He's not playing.
He's hurt.
hurt, but he's still
He's practicing, but I think he was just running around. I don't think he's playing.
he's a game time decision. I don't know if they've actually said if he's playing or not.
No, he's not ruled out. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, he's
not
he's
ruled
not
out.
he's not out. He might not play, but he's not out.
What do you have to get
Currently.
a bone chip fixed?
Yeah, he did something in his thumb. He messed up
Nah,
his
I'm
thumb.
not.
He's in a cast.
I'm thinking I like the Terrence Marshall pick just because I love Terrence Marshall. But I think Moore still gets his. I think Moore still eats. I think
I think
Robbie
Moore goes crazy.
Anderson is one of those guys slightly more like a Deshaun Jackson where he needs that giant
bust.
play.
Yeah.
he needs that boom or bust giant play to be fantasy relevant. But
Which he had last week.
Temple, baby.
Yeah, I agree. Juwan Johnson is not someone that I would start.
TD dependent this week.
Yeah, he's not a bad one to pick up and throw on your bench, but until he does something other than catching 2 touchdowns on 3 catches, I don't know if I would.
I don't like Callaway.
Yeah, I just want to point out too a couple times here. Sometimes I'm gonna skip people like a Kittle or a Kelsey or whatever, just because.
Yeah.
I'm moving on to like a Callaway, like you're bringing up. Like, I wasn't impressed. I thought he had so much hype going into the year, or going into the last few weeks of the draft, and Callaway came up with nothing.
So I will say this: Callaway came up with nothing, but as we pointed out before, Jameis only threw 20 balls.
Hey, you're up by
you get into a game where he's throwing 30, 40 balls, then maybe Callaway is more of an option at that point. But yeah, I mean, when you're only throwing 20 balls, there's really no telling who's going to be the standout, especially because Kamara is going to eat up a bunch of those because it's Kamara.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, I think Winston moves the ball very, very much like a Breeze did. He spreads the ball out, even when he's trash. I mean, he still is trash. He spreads the ball out to his receivers, so it's tough with a Callaway. I hope, because that was a lot of us were talking about how much we loved him going into the year. And he had
Shake was high on Callaway since Michael Thomas was out.
I wasn't high on him. It was just somebody you would grab.
Yeah, I mean that's what I don't think you're getting rid of Callaway, but you might not start Callaway until
you can't get rid of him.
I mean, he might actually be better once Thomas does come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's because he'll be the number 2. Like you won't have all the
eyes on him,
big guys, going against him. All right, let's jump into Denver at Jacksonville. Are we?
Teddy B looked good.
Is anyone actually considering Jacksonville at all? Like this is a Denver. No. This is a Denver win by a lot, right?
Ahmed went Jacksonville. Giggy went Jacksonville.
Really?
But I mean, I like Denver's team, man. It's
a minus 6 line for Denver.
I like rooting for Teddy Bridgewater. He's one of those guys I just like rooting for.
Yeah, Teddy B looked really good last week. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they. I mean, that defense looked really.
And they were like,
well, after you spend time in Sean Payton's offense, and you look so good.
Jonnu's playing.
Dress their cornerbacks in the offseason. But Broncos has a good defense. They definitely have a good defense. I think Jacksonville has promise, but we'll see.
Oogie, the one thing I'm concerned about with Robinson is that Urban Meyer seems to not like him for some reason. Urban Meyer refuses to use Robinson the way Robinson should be used.
Because Carlos Hyde was his running back in college.
That's what I say too. That's a great point. I chilled boom for FanDuel pick. We got for next week, guys. We'll likely. I don't know if we're doing it this week, but we're going to start having a weekly daily football pick at the end of the show.
FanDuel.
We're kind of just kind of getting it time right now.
So that Fant brings up a good point. What do you think of not having Jerry Jeudy? Who do you think steps up in that offense?
AJ Hamler, baby.
AJ Hamler.
It's Fant. I mean, he has to, and he has to. He has a lot of hype behind him for. I mean, at least on my part, my boys know. Like I love Noah Fant.
And dude,
Sutton's in too. Sutton's still really good.
Yeah,
Sutton's still a man, dude.
Sutton's just playing a little hurt, a little banged up.
Yeah, I like Hamler, Fant. I guess start Sutton because you're drafting him most likely.
I like Hamler a lot this week. It's probably like my sleeper for this game. I could see him I could see him going over the top for a big touchdown.
Yeah, you know who had a decent game last week? Melvin Gordon.
Oh yeah,
he did. He did.
I think I'm actually starting him against Golden.
I'm going on a rant, and I'm tired of the disrespect.
I hate that you're starting him against me because I have him in my other league. Then I need to start him, so I need him to do really good, but also need him to do really bad. It's like.
What about Jacksonville? Who you starting?
Nobody.
Maybe Marvin Jones.
No, I'm starting
Maybe
my
Marvin Jones,
dude.
Why you just come off like that? Nobody.
I like Marvin Jones as your Jacksonville receiver.
I just can't see any of them making a starting lineup.
My boy Chenault is the man.
I can see Chark and Chenault in your flex if you're in a 12-man league for sure. I think Chark had 12. Don't get me wrong.
Boom.
He went 3 for 12 on his targets, but he had 13 targets. Excuse me, he had 13 targets in his first game.
The problem with Chenault though is that he didn't get the yards. Like he got the receptions, but he didn't get the yards to back it up.
It doesn't matter. You know why? Because it's PPR.
It's PPR, but if you're only getting like 10, 11 points, then you could probably find another receiver that's going to do the same thing.
It's got to be a 12-team, 3-receiver league.
Yeah,
well, anytime you have a guy like Chenault that you're considering, like you are kind of expecting him to, as fantasy goes, as the season goes along, you're looking at the potential as well.
Yeah.
That Trevor Lawrence in his first game, everybody he's like split. You know, people love him, people hate him, but he threw 51 passes in his first game. So
yeah, I mean, trust me, I love Chenault. I have him in several of my leagues, but I don't know if I'm starting
flex this week.
We can go back to our draft coverage show, and first thing I said was Trevor Lawrence is going to be a bust.
You did say that.
Keep looking at
that. I put Chenault as my flex this week.
We have time to see if he's going to be a bust. I like Chark this week if in your flex. He had 12 targets. He just has to come up with them. He had the touchdown. And that's who I like on
Put a cap on, you're throwing off the vibe.
Because all the rest of us have a hat on.
It's funny how you got a hair.
I'll
be right back, bro.
But yeah, I like
got a party after this.
I got Chenault in my flex this week, so.
Like I said, three receiver 12-man league. I would start Jag until I see something out of.
We're kind of split, Oogie, on him being a bust. I know Shake thinks he's going to be a bust. I don't know if Justin thought it.
I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be okay.
Judge him after one game. You got to judge him after like a full season.
Well, I mean, if we were judging him off of one game, I still don't think he's going to be a bust. Like he has to.
The man threw 50 times, and it didn't look like it phased them.
Well, his offensive line has some issues. They couldn't establish the running game. Like that's not necessarily on him.
Because of his name, I literally hate his guts. But because of his name, people think Urban Meyer's going to be a good NFL coach. No, not going to happen.
Well,
there's already talking after one game. They're already like,
exactly.
Oh, he's going to go to USC. He's going to leave the NFL.
I mean, like he comes to the NFL and he starts complaining about the recruiting and you know the before it's official when you can sign free agents. Like, bro, shut up.
He's gonna have
do the same shit.
He's gonna have he's gonna have the same issue that Nick Saban had. Yeah,
and he's gonna roll out.
I mean, it's not often that you see a good college coach come to the NFL and succeed. Like you have Pete Carroll. Like that's really the only one that I can think of.
All right, we could just do this. Like, look at even like, you know, those coaches that like
starter sit Tebow starting. Always start Tebow.
Let's move to the next game.
Yeah.
Minnesota at Arizona. Minnesota coming off a tough loss in overtime, and Arizona just absolutely stomping the Tennessee Titans last week.
Yeah, I think most of us are picking all the same team here.
What?
Yeah,
Arizona.
I got Arizona in this one.
I have Arizona.
I don't want to be disrespectful to the Vikings. I like their offense.
Everybody took Arizona.
Yeah, I like
Arizona.
Arizona was fucking nutty last weekend.
I like Minnesota's offense, but I don't like Minnesota's defense.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Minnesota has the offense there, and they have some pretty damn good players on offense, like Dalvin Cook. You have Thielen, you have Jefferson, like some of the best players in the league.
Yep.
But their defense is Arizona's offense is like
an offense.
You can't get much better.
It's not even that. Yo, the Cardinals' defensive line is fucking nutty.
Well, I mean, when Chandler Jones gets 5 sacks on his own,
literally destroyed that line last week.
that man was like, "Here, I'm going to put you guys on my back." And
what's the line on this game? Did we say that?
No, the line right now, Arizona -3.5. So they're saying it's going to be a coin flip, really.
So for the Cardinals, who we start? Murray, Hopkins, obviously.
I'd consider maybe Christian Kirk. Maybe Christian Kirk's is a flex.
I was
Yeah.
high on. I told everyone that I was talking about Christian Kirk last week.
Him being in the slot is going to just absolutely change his.
You're starting to Cardinals defense too, right?
Look at
Yeah,
Shake's calves.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mary, Evans, possibly Kirk as a flex, Hopkins, and Cardinals defense.
Yo,
Yeah,
Oogie,
I
we're
picked up
firing
the
up Chase Evans, baby.
Edmonds season.
I picked
Edmonds
up the Cardinals
season.
defense in a few leagues. I'm gonna give them a run. I'm gonna see what they're doing. See if they're gonna keep that up. But Edmonds zone, baby.
All right, and Vikings, you're starting. You know your obvious: Cook, Thielen, Jefferson.
Oh yeah, I mean
Jefferson had a bad game last week, right?
I think for fantasy, this is all.
Did Jefferson have a bad game? I forget what Jefferson did.
no. Justin had a decent game last week.
Okay.
Fantasy, it's all gimme. I mean, you have some of the guys like Kirk. Like
Yeah,
you
I mean
said,
this. This is a game that
game's in
you pretty
Arizona,
much you're
right?
starting the people you would normally start.
Yeah.
Atlanta
Don't start Kirk Cousins.
Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. The line is
I'm
minus
taking Atlanta.
minus 12.5 for Tampa Bay.
I'm going to Atlanta for the first half, and then no.
I think
I'm going
Atlanta.
before kickoff, and then
I was talking about it earlier in our Discord. I think Atlanta ends up with a top 5 pick this year in the draft. I think
agree.
Atlanta's
Yeah, but
team
they're not going to draft a
is
QB because you
so
said
bad.
there's no QBs out there
Yeah.
this season.
I mean, and that's kind of the crappy thing about the draft next year.
Is what's the name coming out of OU this season? Spencer, whatever his name is.
Rattler, no. I think he's got
Yeah,
one
I
more
don't
year.
think he can. I don't think he can.
I think I think he's got one more year.
That,
I could be
Atlanta?
wrong though.
That's actually funny. There's going to be quarterbacks. There's already some. Oogie
Yeah, I
Drake,
mean,
definitely by the
there's.
draft.
I'm not saying that there's not
I mean,
going
Trey
to be
Lance is named
quarterbacks for
and
the
get
draft.
brought up
I'm
as
just saying
well.
I don't think that the quarterbacks are good enough this year
Solid
to really
college
warrant
quarterbacks.
like they have
I
in the past couple
I
years.
think Rattler. I think when Rattler goes to the draft, if he keeps up good gameplay and like gets like, if he
I think
gets better,
Rattler's overrated.
I think when he leaves, I think that's when Riley leaves because he's not going to be a QB factor. And I don't think he honestly wants to play in the SEC if they go down there. So
Fantasy wise, this game is interesting game. Obviously, as far as your starters go, they're kind of gimmies. But
Are
for
we starting
me,
Pitts?
there's some questions here. Pitts didn't
Yep.
perform too
Pitts
great last week.
Pitts has a
Evans,
hard matchup this week.
You know, we have a few players that have to bounce back.
you have
in
to
this game.
start Ridley. You have to start.
You have to
He's
start
drafted
Ridley.
way too high.
Ridley has to bounce back. We
That's
have
an
a few
obvious stuff.
players on both sides of, or both teams that need to bounce back this week.
So I benched Mike Davis for Jamal Williams this week.
Interesting.
Jamal Williams was
Interesting.
good last week.
Yeah.
That's a
And they're
good.
going to be down.
Well,
We'll get into that game, but
I think Mike Davis can have a good game because they will be down too. But I think that he's playing a much better defense.
we're all Tampa.
Oh, he is a
Yeah.
junior, so he can go to the draft this year. Mighty Max.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he goes to a draft, I can see Atlanta grabbing, obviously.
You
him.
took Tampa, right? Obviously.
Yeah, I got Tampa in this one.
Are we starting the Tampa's number 1 receiver?
Yeah.
Antonio Brown?
I don't know
Antonio
what to
Brown
make.
again.
I don't know what to
Uh-huh.
make about that. Their receivers, just because I think they're going to go off because they're playing Atlanta. But like on a weekly basis, I don't know who you would like pick as your go-to for that offense.
Mike Evans is nothing but a flex option.
Yeah, Mike Evans did nothing last week, even though Godwin and Antonio Brown.
I think having Bruce Arians and Tom Brady in the same game planning fucking situation, like they'll change it every single week.
Golden,
Yeah.
since you're wishing death on a lot of people, can you just wish it on Tom Brady? Maybe that one will come true.
Nah,
Joe.
dude. Tom
No,
Brady
You
I'm
don't-
not.
you don't
I
wish
would never
death
do
on
that.
The greatest QB of all time.
I would never do
I
that.
might have a few Super Bowl videos of me walking down the street drunk screaming, "Fuck Tom Brady!" But I don't want to kill him, dude. Jeez.
Yeah,
Alright,
wishing death on people is extreme, Shake. We don't do that here.
Okay. What about the running back option for Tampa, though?
I'm
'Cause
not.
Shake
I'm
started
not.
Rojo.
I'm
Let's
not.
talk about it.
I
Shake
am
started
not.
Ronald Jones thinking that he's going to be the lead, and Lenny's like,
I am
I'm here.
not touching
number one.
that running back committee.
I just
Yeah,
traded
that's
for their number 1 running back in the BCG league. I
that?
got Leonard Fournette, baby.
That Rojo fumble, yeah, that's
Rojo fumbled, but I think they said he's out of the doghouse and is starting.
He's starting.
Yeah.
I'll give him his chances, but Leonard Fournette's more of a Tom Brady.
Leonard Fournette is an animal.
No, I think
Playoff Lenny.
by the end of the season, like as the season pans out, Rojo is going to be their guy.
And not to mention, you still
Rojo's
have
definitely gonna be their guy.
Gio. I think outsnapped Rojo last week.
Other than
Gio
on
did.
shake. What's that mean?
I don't even get what that means.
What's that mean? I'm glad my biggest fan showed up to the stream. Can we get a round of applause for Turtle? He's my biggest fan in the world. You know,
All right.
positive energy from Turtle. All the time.
Let's move on. We still got 4 more games to go. Dallas at the Los Angeles Chargers.
I see me and Smells went the same route on this
We've
one.
got a -3 on the Chargers. I've got the Chargers myself.
I got Dallas.
Got the Chargers.
As much as I hate Dallas and I'm an honorary Chargers fan,
I got the Chargers.
Mighty Max, a Chargers fan.
The Chargers lost Lawrence, Lyle Collins. Who else is out for the Dallas this week?
Dallas.
No.
There's a bunch. Dallas has a bunch of players out this week.
They lost their the receiver. Gallup's out.
Let me go. Where Cowboys?
No, the Cowboys' run game bounces back. Chargers don't have a slouching
First of all,
defense.
that
but they're gonna
Dallas
bounce
defense looked really, really, really good. To
Dallas-
the fact that Brady, main thing they fucked up was they left Brady a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You never do that. You never
Okay.
do that. Would've
He
killed
knew
him.
it.
That
So for-
defense looked really, really good. I think Dallas wins this easily, actually.
So you got Lawrence out, Randy Gregory out, their tackles out, Lyle Collins is out, their starting safety is questionable, and their backup safety is out for Dallas.
I think
And
this
Michael's
is.
out.
I think this is a good Mike Williams game.
Dude, he went off last week, didn't he?
I
Yeah.
think the two best, potentially the best duo will pick Dak off at least twice.
Yep.
Mari Cooper has another great fucking game, too. Like, that's obvious, you know what I mean? But that helped me win 2 leagues.
I think Dallas is going to take this game. I think their wide
They're
receivers.
running. I think their running backs bounce back. Well, Zeke bounces back because he's not
yeah.
play lineman.
I definitely think Zeke bounces back. Like I said, dude, they literally just went to the last play of the game with the Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate to say this as an Eagles fan, but like, they look good. They look
I love
good.
the Chargers, and I'm an Eagles fan, but I just think that
Dallas looks good.
I've been saying Mike Williams since he came into this league, so I hope he just stays consistent for once. The dude gives you 3 of these games a year. So
Yeah,
I hope
worst
Mike
organization
Williams
ever.
can stay good. Keenan Allen has a big game, you know. They got some things to figure out at the tight end spot. Jared Cook maybe comes on a little more. I think I picked him up in one of my leagues. But Dallas's offense, I still think, even with the injuries, they're going to
All right. So you're starting Cooper, CD, obviously Zeke and Dak.
Oh shit!
Yep.
I just deleted something. How do I undo that?
forced to
Control Z.
start Zeke.
I did it. I fixed it.
But
And then what about the Chargers? Herbert,
Herbert,
Allen,
Mike
Eckler.
Williams.
Starting, am I starting
Eckler.
Herbert against you, Golden? No, I'm
Yeah,
starting him.
no.
I'm starting
Mike Williams, Eckler. Mike Williams
Yeah.
is probably your flex or you're in a 12-man league.
I would consider Jared Cook in this one if you need it, especially with how much
scarce the
Dallas
tight ends
just got shat on last week by
Wow.
Tampa.
Yeah, I love Jared Cook.
It's crazy. They got rid of all their tight ends.
And
Yeah.
to our conversation earlier, I mean, Oogie brought up Hawkinson, so I definitely put Hawkinson in the 4 or 5. You know, there's
Yeah.
5.
I think there's
And then-
5 good solid tight ends in the
Yeah.
NFL.
So what do you got? You got Kelsey, Kittle, Waller,
Mark Andrews.
Mark
Mark
Andrews,
Andrews,
and
and Hawkinson.
Hawkinson.
and probably
Yeah.
Hopkins.
Yeah.
5.
And then from there on, it's just a shit shoot of who's number 6, who's number 7.
Number
They can
six-
all be.
Yep.
It's
Number 6, you got
it's
Zach
just a
Ertz.
week. Maybe Logan Thomas.
Yeah.
No,
You
I'm
could-
I cannot. I am not happy enough to drop Logan Thomas after this week. It's gonna bring such fucking smile to my
I
face.
think we're
I
good
guess-
on that game, right?
Yeah, we're good
Yeah,
on that
let's
game.
go. Let's go to Tennessee at Seattle. Our line for that one -6 for Seattle.
I want to see what Golden.
Do we
does.
get a bounce back this week for Tennessee?
I'm Seattle all the way.
This is my low-key game of the week. I'm excited to watch this game and see this game. I think Tennessee bounces back and they play well.
I
I don't think they win though.
I agree. I
Well,
think they bounce back, but I think Seattle ends up winning this one.
Same
It is in Seattle too.
Is that your pick?
Yeah, I got Seattle in this one.
Damn, shakes the lone wolf.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think.
think-
I don't think Seattle's good. To be honest with you.
Who did
They're
they
about- they're
beat
about-
last week, Shake?
They're not good. What?
I just. I don't know.
Who was the quarterback of the team that they beat last week?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
What?
you know, his biggest production.
Yeah.
He's going to have
Cool.
17 touchdowns and 1,000 yards.
All right, I got him scoring 50 touchdowns in one game. No, I honestly don't think Seattle's that good. They're good, but they're not like.
Obviously, I think
their
Henry's
offense
gonna
is
have a
dirty.
good week, but
It's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, I think
this game could end like 30-27.
Yeah, I think Seattle's offense is so good.
They're just haters, bro.
And I think Tennessee's offense bounces back in this one as well. I think it's high scoring, and I think you're starting all your fantasy players, like honestly, in this one.
Now, would you
like
ever start
all your
Julio?
normal
Would you start
people?
Julio? It's crazy. Julio.
I might. I'd go Julio in this one.
It's crazy. Like
as a flex, maybe.
Receivers, and now it's like, damn, do I flex him? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
my man had like 20 yards last week, Julio. Well, the whole Tennessee offense was all.
Yeah,
good.
Tennessee's offense was lackluster, but I mean, you had.
I remember Tennessee got hit.
You had both receivers have been hurt, and then you had the COVID bout, so you didn't have Tannehill playing a lot. So and the three of them didn't really have a chance to get in sync. Like, I mean, there's a bunch of different stuff that kind of jumped out into that.
I think Lockett has a great game this week too.
I like Lockett.
I'm not worried about Julio long term. I mean,
No.
I hope they bounce back this game. I think he bounces back this game. I do start him in my flex and maybe my number 2 receiver because you probably drafted him to be that.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where you drafted Julio, you didn't draft him as your wide receiver 1 or 2. So, you know, if you do flex him, especially like later in the year when the bye weeks come in, and you know, he still is Julio. You just got to figure it out.
Yeah,
like
big arm behind him too, and another guy opposite of him who can draw some attention. I like him.
I'm not a Tannehill fan, but I think he's like perfect for what they have.
I think our chat's on the money with a lot of these, though. I think Henry's going off. I think Seattle's definitely going to win. Maybe not by 2 touchdowns though.
I just feel like.
No, I think it's a high scoring close game.
Yeah. What's the over on that, Golden? Do you have the over there?
Yeah, it's a -6 for Seattle.
No, what's the over under?
54. Yeah, they're gonna hit 54 easy.
I would hit that too.
Yeah.
Want to move on to the next one?
Yep, Sunday night football. Kansas City at Baltimore. It's Lamar Jackson versus Patty Mahomes. -3.5 for Kansas City on the line, guys.
Kansas City.
I'm taking Kansas City for the W convincingly.
KC.
Pick against them, you know.
KC, absolutely.
Clean sweep between the host and never mind. Giggs with the Baltimore pick.
I can't believe Baltimore lost last week in what might have been one of the best games of the week.
That was a great game.
It was a good game.
That was a great
but
game.
They lost.
That was the first game in Vegas with fans, right?
Yes, it was. And the Death Star, as it's called.
Death Star, yes.
I think you fire up all your same fantasy guys in this game.
This is your fantasy haven, like.
And
scared me.
Well, Tyrann Mathieu back this week, so
yeah.
For Baltimore, you're thinking. I mean, I don't know. You might have picked up Marquise. You might have picked up Hollywood Brown and maybe get him in your flex. I think Tyson Williams did his thing, but there's obviously a notification earlier too saying like they're ready to try whoever's the hot hand. That means to me, Latavius Murray is impressing at least enough that they know they got something good there.
I think it's signed Freeman to the active roster too, right?
Yeah, Freeman's in there as well.
Latavius Murray literally didn't know the playbook at all.
We're literally not touching a Baltimore running back.
It's
right?
hard. It's hard to. Tyson Williams looked good. He looked good, but they just have their running back factory.
They're the Texans.
Give me a list of like 3 running backs you would start CEH over. I just want
to start CEH over.
Yeah, I'm so hard to. Dude literally haunts me in my dreams. What do you
mean start over?
He's trying to have us convince him to play CEH.
No, I didn't grab him in any league. I'm just like I want to like him, but I can't.
I mean,
I literally strayed away from
the issue is he's really good between the 20s, but they don't like to use him in the red zone. So he's not gonna get you touchdowns. He'll get you plenty of yards, and he'll get you
in the 20s,
decent points.
15 carries for like 40 yards last week.
You're not gonna trust.
I think he got like
CEH's
10 points last week.
You're not gonna trust CEH's legs over Mahomes' arm, and that's just that's what it's gonna come down to.
They're a throwing team. They're not a running team.
No.
I didn't like CEH. I wouldn't have picked him, or I stayed away from him in fantasy. I think there's just you have Travis Kelce and Hill too with friggin' Mahomes. Like plays are gonna be drawn up.
He had 14 carries for 43 yards, 3 catches for 29. He got you 10.2 in a standard PPR league.
But they could over time. He could over time in the fantasy season become more relevant as they made a good bit of offensive line changes this year, so they might start gelling better. And over time, he has the hands there. He could start getting some more receptions. But they also like to rotate in other backs too. They're another team that likes to put in different backs.
All right, let's move on to our last game of the week. Detroit at Green Bay.
Is Rodgers throwing games? Is he throwing games? So I don't know.
I don't know. He looked so bad last week.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen the meme too, where they had him as Nicolas Cage.
Did you see the one? I don't know if this happens where Golden's at, but him with the people stealing the catalytic converters.
Yeah. They put his mug shot there.
Yeah, dude, I was dying at that, dude.
Someone said he looks like Nicolas Cage playing Aaron Rodgers in a movie about Tom.
I think whatever Packer that you drafted to start is gonna possibly.
You have to keep starting him.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna help you win this week. Like I think it's gonna be insane.
You've got to play them. If you have them, you're going to play them no matter what.
Yeah, they have to do big things this week.
I mean, even if he was throwing after how badly he got hit in the media, there's no way he doesn't come out and just try to like flip the script.
But yeah, he's gonna go nuts, dude. He's gonna go nuts. I guess we're all on Green Bay on this one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Cam.
Cameron went Detroit.
Detroit, you have Hawkinson there, and I guess maybe Jamal Williams. Would you start anybody else there?
Do you start Goff after? I think he was.
Well,
I think he threw the most passing yards last week, right?
Is what you call it out? I know he was game time decision.
No,
Swift's playing.
No, he's playing. Okay. Mike, if Mighty Mac's in the chat, you're a scum. Sending me that text this morning. Swift's out. I'm like, what do you mean Swift's out? I look at the practice report. He's the full participant yesterday. I'm like,
yeah. So you're firing up Swift, and like Mike said, you're considering Jamal Williams, and then
you have to. Revenge game.
Is Terrell Williams out? Terrell Williams is out. So who the hell is playing wide receiver?
That's what's sad. I don't know about that one.
Justin's boy.
That's actually interesting. Let's look at Detroit's wide receivers. Pull Detroit's wide receivers up.
Saint Brown or whatever his name is. Saint Amon, whatever.
Jesus.
The rookie. Ain't he a rookie?
Yeah. Hollywood Brown's cousin.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Basically, all you're firing up is TJ. Yeah, the Oogie in the chat. All you're firing up on that end is TJ, and he probably has 27 targets.
You're firing up Swift. You're firing up Williams.
We already discussed that part. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, receiver-wise.
Yeah.
William? Oh, yeah. You are starting Williams, Mac. That would, I mean,
we made pretty good time in this today. We looked to not achieve over an hour and a half, and we're coming up on an hour and 15. So this is perfect.
Anything else for the chat before we sign off for the day, guys?
Bold predictions.
Yeah, bold predictions. Yep.
I have comments. I can drop that real quick.
I would like everybody in the chat to just throw out random bold predictions. We'll try to read them off before we get off of here. Next week we'll definitely have we'll be building a daily fantasy team around this time.
So Commons is Brown score 45 plus.
I know there's somebody in the chat that waited this whole podcast to see Mike get put through a table. So let me find that video.
Oh yeah, see if you can find that. Yeah, we can go a couple extra minutes for that. It's worth it. It's worth it.
So Oogie's doing regular 100 yards and 2 TDs.
I like it.
I like
Shake,
that.
what you got?
You go first.
You can throw in.
What do I have? I'm actually. You got to give me a second with that one.
All right, think on it.
Yeah. I was writing down theirs. That's why. What do you got, Jess?
I'm going with my boy Hurts, bro.
Can't find it.
Again,
Jumping him?
300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 50 yards with a rushing touchdown.
You said 4 touchdowns?
4.
4 touchdowns. Let's get it.
I've got Burrow matching that, other than the running.
All right.
I think he does the same through the air.
We can text ours to each other as well. I don't have to waste time writing them down.
Yeah. We can do that. I got. We can put it in the sheets too. You can just type it in the sheet. We'll make a bold prediction.
Yeah. We'll mess with that later.
Okay.
You want to go, Smells?
I have Cole Beasley being in the top 10 for fantasy.
How many yards, Mikey?
This week.
I actually really like that. I like Komet.
How many yards, though, Mac?
You know
That's
what?
the question.
I have to go with my boy. Okay.
Smells. What was yours?
Cole Beasley will be in the top 10 wide receiver points this week.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's pretty
I
cool.
like that.
You know what? Since I'm dying on this sword right now, I'm
Carson
going
Wentz.
Zach Wilson, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Oh, buddy.
Well, let's get it.
Oh, buddy.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
But if you guys go over to Twitter and hit that follow on us, I'll have that video of honorary Bills fan shake being put through a table.
Buddy Mac did
Just, did you make a Twitter command?
I just
You're
typed
muted.
it.
Just is muted. There we go.
No,
Yeah,
not
guys,
yet.
if you haven't yet, make sure to go drop a follow on the channel, but also go drop a follow on our Twitter page. We have one of the best social media managers, Mr. Smells Good, running that account.
Yeah.
So make sure to go
Call
check it
me
out.
An official name,
Drop a
you might have
follow.
to pay me, so be careful calling me.
We'll talk about
Hold
that
on.
later. We'll talk about that later. You never know. You never know.
He is not for hire, Chad. So
I
don't
found
text
it.
him
Hold
away.
on,
Smells,
Chad.
who did you pick?
Oh wait, you found it. You found it.
Bolden, who'd you pick?
I matched your thing
Burrow.
with Burrow
Just not the Russian.
without the rushing.
Oh wait, he found it. Send it to Golden. Let him post it.
Find out where I just downloaded it. I'm opening the file right now.
You don't have like the whole video, right? You have it cut short.
It's the one I've edited.
Okay, yeah, because the whole thing was long as hell.
I can't
Yeah,
put
throw
it in
it-
the.
Throw it on our Twitter, guys. If you want to see Shake getting
Yeah, we'll put
dropped
it in the
through
we'll put it
a
in
table,
the
make
sheet.
sure to go look at our Twitter. It'll be posted here shortly.
Yeah, go
That's going to be
THC
it for
touchdowns.
us, guys. I hope
sure.
everyone has a great rest of your Sunday, watching some awesome games today. And we'll see how many
Go
of these
Birds.
picks. Next week, we'll look at some of these picks, and we'll see how you guys did, as well as how we did on our picks. Until next
Go
time,
Birds, baby.
Fly
Okay.
Eagles
see you
fly!
guys next time.
Go Panthers too.
All right, boys.